These last four problems are a little bit different. Now we're going to add or subtract areas to find the area of the shaded region. Okay, we're going to have to figure out what we're taking out in order to just find the area of the shaded part of the shape. Let's take a look at number 7. Looking at 7, I see that I have what seems to be a square. I know that it's a square because they only gave me one measurement. That tells me I need to assume all the other sides are the exact same. In order to find the shaded region, though, I have to take out this circle. So really, my problem here is my square minus my circle, and that will give me my total answer. Now, what I do know from this problem, for my square, I'm going to say 7 times 7, and that equals 49. In order to solve for the area of my circle, I know that the diameter equals 7. If the diameter is 7, half of that gives me my radius, which is 3.5. What we want to do now to find the area is pi r squared. Pi is 3.14 times our radius of 3.5, and we need to square that. In your calculator, when you go to solve, you're going to say 3.14 times 3.5 squared, and that gives us a total of 38 and 465 thousandths. Now, what we need to do is we need to subtract 49 minus that 38.465, and that's going to give us our answer of 10 and 535 thousandths inches squared. That number represents the area that is shaded. Now let's take a look at number 8. Looking at 8, again, I see two shapes. I want to figure out what is the area that is shaded. And in order to do that, I'm going to have a triangle, and I need to subtract the circle. The circle value is taking up room in the shaded area. For the triangle, I'm going to say area equals 1/2 base times height. That means I'm doing 1/2 times my base, 4, times my height, 3.3. In your calculator, 4 times 3.3 divided by 2, or times 1/2, gives us a total of 6.6. Now, I want to take out the circle, so I have to find the area of the circle. Area equals pi r squared. 3.14 times 1 squared, which really is just going to be 1, gives me a total of 3.14. Now, we need to take it out, so I'm going to subtract it. Over here, I'm going to write 6.6 minus 3.14. My total answer is 3 and 46 hundredths, and the unit is inches squared. Great job. Looking on to number 9, I have two circles. I want to be able to find the value of the shaded area. In order to do that, I need to take out the white circle. Looking at my circles, the bigger circle has a diameter of 4. If the diameter is 4, then I know the radius equals 2. Looking at my inner circle, the inner circle has a radius of 1. Let's go ahead and find the area of these two shapes. I'm going to say for my larger circle, area equals pi r squared. 3.14 times 2 squared. That gives me 12 and 56 hundredths. My inner circle, again, using the formula pi r squared, I have 3.14 times 1 squared, and that leaves me with 3.14. The only thing left to do is subtract. So I'm going to write 12 and 56/100ths minus 3.14, and that leaves me with 9 and 42/100ths feet squared. Great job following along. Now, number 10 seems to be more of a word problem, and unfortunately they didn't give me a picture of the shape. How much greater is the area of a 4-inch square than a 4-inch diameter circle? Looking at this, I'm comparing a square, which is going to be a 4 by 4. We know 4 times 4 is 16. To a circle that has a diameter of 4. Knowing that I have a diameter 4, I know that the radius must be 2. Again, let's plug in the formula we know. 3.14 times 2 squared. 2 times 2 gives me 4, and I'm going to multiply 3.14 times 4. Now the goal here was not just to find the area of these two shapes, but to compare them. So looking at this area, I had 12.56. If I were to compare them, which one is greater, how much greater, I'm going to need to subtract. So I'm going to say 16 minus 12 and 56/100ths. How much greater? It's going to be greater by 3 and 44/100ths. The unit was inches, and because we're working with area, we know to square it. Great job, Wildcats. Keep up the hard work and continue with the rest of the practice.